Welcome to RSC's annual Code of Conduct training. I want to remind you that the purpose of everything we do is to support our mission of building the most trusted pet brands, and that starts with you. The title of today's presentation is On the Path to Greater Respect. There's this great quote by Scott Adams that states, "Remember that there is no such thing as a small act of kindness. Every act creates a ripple with no logical end." This is important for us to remember as we interact on a daily basis with our fellow associates. The purpose of this class is to help you identify behaviors that are inappropriate in the workplace and remind everyone of radio systems policies. In addition, we want to cover respecting your fellow associates on a daily basis. Let's review today's agenda. We're going to review RSC systems policies just as a refresher, and then follow that up with definitions and examples. We're also going to be talking about ways that you can speak up or take action. If you are currently in a managerial role, we want to talk about how you can manage associates in specific situations. And most importantly, what we'll talk about today is showing respect at RSC, followed up by fair employment practices, and of course a test. Today, we want to talk about identification of inappropriate behaviors, and these will be learned through the overview and discussion of company policies. We want to focus on appropriate workplace conduct, which is conducting business ethically and legally. The purpose of today's training is how remaining on track with the help of our mission, values, and policies is important to our personal and organizational success. The training will serve to increase participants' awareness of how to deal with everyday situations that challenge their ability to demonstrate respect and inclusion. As we go through today's training, I want you to keep some questions in the back of your mind. Think about, how does this tie into our mission? How about our values? How about our growth and success? What impact does following these ethical codes have on our organizational success and growth? How does failure to meet these ethical codes negatively impact us? Today we are going to cover what we call 5 hot topics. These are areas of the organization that we can possibly encounter some gray areas in. The first thing that we're going to talk about is electronic communication and policies. Following that up by what our social media policy is here at RSC. We also want to touch on what workplace violence looks like, as well as confidentiality. We're a very innovative company and we want to protect our rights to our products. Then, lastly, we're going to cover ethics, discrimination, and harassment. The first policy that we're going to cover is in Section 502 of the RSC Associate Handbook, the Electronics Communications Policy. We want to talk about what acceptable use of RSC equipment is, and remind you that RSC has the rights to monitor anything done on RSC's network and RSC's equipment. Although many overlook electronic communication and use of company electronics as potential conduct violations, misuse of the company's electronic assets and resources are a huge liability of the company. Now, let's speak with someone from IT to discuss these policies.